Puppies and kittens each have a critical period of development where everything that they're exposed to or learn can impact their future emotions and their behaviours. For dogs, this is around 3 to 12 to 14 weeks. That's their socialisation period. Quiche, what is it for our little kittens?
Well, Lara, in cats, it's actually a little bit narrower. So it starts at around about 2 weeks of age and can last to anywhere between 7 to 9 weeks of age. And it's during this time that the cats are developing all of their emotional and behaviour connections, and their development in their brain is just developing at an enormous rate. So during this time, it's really important for cats to be exposed to new things. So, new environments, new people, new situations, so that they can develop some adaptability and resilience. And on the flip side, it's also important to try to avoid negative experiences because that can impact them on the future as well.
All right, so with dogs, they do reach an adolescence period, generally 9 to 12 months, sometimes longer for bigger breeds. And this is when you might see some behavioural issues start to come out, which sadly is why so many of them do end up in shelters at this age. Is it the same for our cats?
Cats reach their developmental maturity at around about 12 to 36 months of age, and it's during this time that previous behaviour issues that were previously masked can become unmasked, just like in dogs. Because kittens are fairly easygoing, they're just adaptable, they like to play a lot, they just sort of go with the flow. But once they reach adulthood, sometimes they can become more set in their ways, and that's when we can start to see behavioural problems emerge.
What do our cats tend to be frightened of, or some of their behaviours, if they haven't had that good socialisation?
Well, cats are just generally what we call neophobic, which means that they are a little bit afraid of new things at the best of times. So they can be very stressed out by new people or new environments or even changes in the environment. And this does vary from cat to cat. They're all sort of individual. Things that cats can find stressful can sometimes be things that we don't realise would be stressful.
But it can just be little quirky things that people don't realise. So with our cats, what can we do to help them?
Well, whenever there are behaviour issues, it's always important to first rule out any health issues. So seeking veterinary attention is probably the first port of call. But because they are neophobic, we do want to make sure that any changes that we introduce to the household are made gradually. So if you're bringing a new cat into the household, or you're moving furniture, or you're moving house, just do things slowly and use lots and lots of reassurance and lots of positive reinforcement.
And how do they go in multiple cat homes?
Well, some cats are absolutely fine in multi-cat households, particularly if they've formed like a bonded pair or bonded social group. But if cats haven't bonded, then they can find it a little bit stressful to be in a multi-cat environment. So it's really important to make sure that you have enough resources and enough duplicated resources, so things like litter tray, food, water sources, in several areas around the house so that one cat can't sort of monopolise one territory. What
are some of your tips to help cats that haven't been socialised well feel nice and comfortable?
Well, there's always things like pheromones, like Feliway, in a spray form or in a diffuser form that can help them just to feel more comfortable in their environment. And also, like I said before, just introducing things really, really slowly.
Yes, and that's the same with our dogs as well. Thank you, Quiche. Hey, thank you, Rosie.
Look for NextGuard Spectra for dogs and NextGuard Spectra Spot On for cats at your local pet specialty store, including Petstock or online.